Hello, 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 hello. Happy Wednesday. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Oh, excellent. Okay, cool. All right. Just want to make sure that Odyssey is streaming correctly. And it looks like it is. Sweet, perfect. Okay. Hi, guys. Okay. So, today I have something a little bit different for you. I'm not going to be talking directly about astrology or tarot, but I will be reading from a book that describes, in a mythological sense, something that's astronomical and therefore astrological. Hello, Edward. I've decided to start reading for you guys a chapter at a time from the book Inanna, Queen of Heaven and Earth by Diane Wolkstein, possibly Wolkstein, and Samuel Noah Kramer. No. Anyway, this is about the synodic cycle of Venus, actually. It is about Venus's travel around the sun. And as she disappears into the beams of the sun, right, as she gets closer to the sun and we can't see her anymore, it is said that she goes into the underworld. This happens to all of the planets at one point or another. They descend into the underworld. But this story in particular is about Venus. So, also, welcome to the eclipse window. Hope you guys are moving your water. Right on time for doing dishes. Nice. I love that. And speaking of moving water, I'm just going to take a sip of tea and then we'll get started. Oh, spicy. That's good. Okay. Inanna, Queen of Heaven and Earth. So I'm going to read a little bit of the intro first before we get into the story itself to give you guys a little bit of context. Okay. Preface by Samuel Noah Kramer. This book is a graphic example of an effective cooperation between two specialists working in contrasting yet complementary areas of humanistic research. A folklorist who has collected and recorded the tales, legends, and songs of modern contemporary societies, and a cuneiformist who has devoted his entire scholarly career to the restoration and translation of the written tales, legends, and songs of the ancient Sumerians. The Sumerian tales, legends, and songs are part of a vast literature inscribed on clay tablets and fragments scattered throughout museums the world over. Their contents, which date back to 2000 BC, are now in the process of being deciphered, translated, and interpreted by a small international group of dedicated scholars. Gradually, they are becoming available in one form or another to the world at large. Inscribed on these tablets and fragments, numbering some 5,000 to 6,000 in all, are hundreds of compositions, myths, epic tales, hymns, songs, psalms, love songs, laments, essays, disputations, proverbs, fables, that constitute a treasure house of comparative source material for the historian of literature and religion, for the biblical and classical scholar, and, as this book demonstrates, for the folklorist and cultural anthropologist, or for my purposes, astrologer. The main goal of the selection presented here is to provide the reader with an authentic portrait of Sumer's most beloved and revered deity, the goddess Inanna. To compile this collection, I first combed the extant Sumerian literary documents, which I had deciphered and translated over the decades, for the relevant compositions on Inanna. Then, with the help of the most recent contributions by fellow Sumerologists, I brought the translations up to date. Finally, I turned the stories over to Diane Wolkstein, who proceeded to arrange, combine, and mold their raw contents in a way that would make them alive and meaningful to modern readers. As a gifted storyteller and professional folklorist, Diane Wolkstein performed her delicate task with originality, ingenuity, sensitivity. She eliminated cluttering repetitions, added explanatory words and lines when advisable, restored a broken passage when possible, and skillfully wove the texts of numerous related poems into a unifying whole. Diane Wolkstein has succeeded in recreating a significant group of rather esoteric tales and songs, long erased from the memory of man, in a form that is at once imaginative and evocative, attractive, and engaging. Okay. The hulupu tree. In the first days, in the very first days, in the first nights, in the very first nights, in the first years, in the very first years, in the first days when everything needed was brought into being, in the first days when everything needed was properly nourished, when bread was baked in the shrines of the land, and bread was tasted in the homes of the land, when heaven had moved away from earth, and earth had separated from heaven, and the name of man was fixed, when the sky god An had carried off the heavens, when the air god Enlil had carried off the earth, when the queen of the great below, Ereshkigal, was given the underworld for her domain. He set sail, the father set sail. Enki, the god of wisdom, set sail for the underworld. Small windstones were tossed up against him. Large hailstones were hurled up against him. Like onrushing turtles, they charged the keel of Enki's boat. The waters of the sea devoured the bow of his boat like wolves. The waters of the sea struck the stern of his boat like lions. At that time, a tree, a single tree, a hulupu tree, was planted by the banks of Euphrates. The tree was nourished by the waters of the Euphrates. The whirling south wind arose, pulling at its roots and ripping at its branches, until the waters of Euphrates carried it away. A woman who walked in fear of the word of the sky god An, who walked in fear of the word of the air god Enlil, plucked the tree from the river and spoke. I shall bring this tree to Uruk. I shall plant this tree in my holy garden. Inanna cared for the tree with her hand. She settled the earth around the tree with her foot. She wondered, how long will it be until I have a shining throne to sit upon? How long will it be until I have a shining bed to lie upon? The years passed, 5 years, then 10 years. The tree grew thick, but its bark did not split. Then a serpent who could not be charmed made its nest in the roots of the hulupu tree. The Anzu bird set his young in the branches of the tree, and the dark maid Lilith built her home in the trunk. The young woman who loved to laugh wept. How Inanna wept! Yet they would not leave her tree. As the birds began to sing at the coming of the dawn, the sun god Utu left his royal bedchamber. Inanna called out to her brother Utu, saying, "Oh, Utu, in the days when the fates were decreed, when abundance overflowed in the land, when the sky god took the heavens and the air god the earth, when Ereshkigal was given the great below for her domain, the god of wisdom, Father Enki, set sail for the underworld, and the underworld rose up and attacked him. At that time, a tree, a single tree, a hulupu tree, was planted by the banks of the Euphrates. The south wind pulled at its roots and ripped at its branches until the waters of Euphrates carried it away. I plucked the tree from the river. I brought it to my holy garden. I tended the tree, waiting for my shining throne and bed. Then a serpent, who could not be charmed, made its nests in the roots of the tree. The Anzu bird set its young in the branches of the tree, and the dark maid Lilith built her home in the trunk. I wept, how I wept! But they would not leave my tree. Utu, the valiant warrior Utu, would not help his sister Inanna. As the birds began to sing at the coming of the second dawn, Inanna called to her brother Gilgamesh, saying, "Oh, Gilgamesh! In the days when the fates were decreed, when abundance overflowed in Sumer, when the sky god had taken the heavens and the air god the earth, when Ereshkigal was given the great below for her domain, the god of wisdom, Father Enki, set sail for the underworld, and the underworld rose up and attacked him. At that time, a tree, a single tree, a hulupu tree, was planted by the banks of the Euphrates. The south wind pulled at its roots and ripped at its branches until the waters of Euphrates carried it away. I plucked the tree from the river. I brought it to my holy garden. I tended the tree, waiting for my shining throne and bed. Then a serpent who could not be charmed made its nest in the roots of the tree. The Anzu bird set its young in the branches of the tree, and the dark maid Lilith built her home in the trunk. I wept. How I wept! Yet they would not leave my tree. Gilgamesh, the valiant warrior Gilgamesh, the hero of Uruk, stood by Inanna. Gilgamesh fastened his armor of 50 minas around his chest. The 50 minas weighed as little to him as 50 feathers. He lifted his bronze axe, the axe of the road, weighed 7 talents and 7 minas on, weighing 7 talents and 7 minas to his shoulder. He entered Inanna's holy garden. Gilgamesh struck the serpent who could not be charmed. The Anzu bird flew with his young to the mountains, and Lilith smashed her home and fled to the wild, uninhabited places. Gilgamesh then loosened the roots of the hulupu tree, and the sons of the city who accompanied him cut off the branches. From the trunk of the tree, he carved a throne for his holy sister. From the trunk of the tree, Gilgamesh carved a bed for Inanna. From the roots of the tree, she fastened a puku for her brother. From the crown of the tree, Inanna fashioned a miku for Gilgamesh, the hero of Uruk. And that is the end of chapter 1. I feel like I should do the second chapter. 11:11. Yep, I'm going to do the second chapter. Inanna and the God of Wisdom. Inanna placed the shugura, the crown of the steppe, on her head. She went to the sheepfold to the shepherd. She leaned back against the apple tree. When she leaned back against the apple tree, her vulva was wondrous to behold. Rejoicing at her wondrous vulva, the young woman Inanna applauded herself. I, the Queen of Heaven, shall visit the God of Wisdom. I shall go to the Abzu, the sacred place in Eridu. I shall honor Enki, the God of Wisdom, in Eridu. I shall utter a prayer to Enki at the deep, sweet waters. Inanna set out by herself. She was within a short distance of the Abzu, he whose ears are wide open, he who knows the me, the holy laws of heaven and earth, he who knows the heart of the gods, Enki, the God of wisdom, who knows all things, called to the servant, Isimud. Come, my Sukal, the young woman is about to enter the Abzu. When Inanna enters the holy shrine, give her butter cake to eat. Pour cold water to refresh her heart. Offer her beer before the statue of the lion. Treat her like an equal. Great Inanna at the holy table, the table of heavens. Isimud heeded Enki's words. When Inanna entered the Abzu, he gave her butter cake to eat. He pulled cold water for her to drink. He offered her beer before the statue of the lion. He treated her respectfully. He greeted Inanna at the holy table, the table of heaven. Enki and Inanna drank beer together. They drank more beer together. They drank more and more beer together. With their bronze vessels filled to overflowing, with the vessels of Urush, mother of the earth, they toasted each other. They challenged each other. Enki, swaying with drink, toasted Inanna. In the name of my power, in the name of my holy shrine, to my daughter Inanna I shall give the high priesthood, godship, the noble enduring crown, the throne of kingship. Inanna replied, I take them. Enki raised his cup and toasted Inanna a second time. In the name of my power, in the name of my holy shrine, to my daughter Inanna I shall give truth, descent into the underworld, ascent from the underworld, the art of lovemaking, the kissing of the phallus. Inanna replied, I take them. Enki raised his cup and toasted Inanna a third time. In the name of my power, in the name of my holy shrine, to my daughter Inanna I shall give the holy priestess of heaven, the setting up of lamentations, the rejoicing of the heart, the giving of judgments, the making of decisions. Inanna replied, I take them. 14 times Enki raised his cup to Inanna. 14 times he offered his daughter 5 me, 6 me, 7 me. 14 times Inanna accepted the holy me. Then Inanna, standing before her father, acknowledged the me Enki had given her. There's a lot. There's a lot here. I'm going to read them all, though. Maybe. He gave me the high priesthood. He gave me godship. He gave me the noble, enduring crown. He gave me the throne of kingship. He gave me the noble scepter. He gave me the staff. He gave me the holy measuring rod and line. He gave me the high throne. He gave me shepherdship. He gave me kingship. He gave me the priestess. He gave me the divine queen priestess. He gave me the incantation priest. He gave me the noble priest. He gave me the libations priest. He gave me truth. He gave me descent into the underworld. He gave me ascent from the underworld. He gave me the kurgara. He gave me the dagger and sword. He gave me the black garment. He gave me the colorful garment. He gave me the loosening of the hair. He gave me the binding of the hair. Oh my God, this goes on. He gave me the standard. He gave me the quiver. He gave me the art of lovemaking. He gave me the kissing of the phallus. He gave me the art of prostitution. He gave me the art of speeding. He gave me the art of forthright speech. He gave me the art of slanderous speech. He gave me the art of adorning speech. He gave me the cult of the prostitute. He gave me the holy tavern. He gave me the holy shrine. He gave me the holy priestess of heaven. He gave me the resounding musical instrument. He gave me the art of song. He gave me the art of the elder. He gave me the art of the hero. He gave me the art of power. He gave me the art of treachery. He gave me the art of straightforwardness. He gave me the plundering of cities. He gave me the setting up of lamentations. He gave me the rejoicing of the heart. He gave me deceit. He gave me the rebellious land. He gave me the art of kindness. He gave me travel. He gave me the secure dwelling place. He gave me the craft of the woodworker. He gave me the craft of the copper worker. He gave me the craft of the scribe, of the smith, of the leather maker, of the fuller, of the builder, of the reed worker. He gave me the perceptive ear. He gave me the power of attention. He gave me the holy purification rites. He gave me the feeding pen, the heaping up of hot coals, the sheepfold. He gave me fear. He gave me consternation. He gave me dismay. He gave me the bitter-toothed lion, the kindling of fire, the putting out of fire, the weary arm, the assembled family. He gave me procreation. He gave me the kindling of strife. He gave me counseling. He gave me heart-soothing. He gave me giving of judgments. He gave me the making of decisions. Still reeling with drink, Enki spoke to his servant Isimud. My suko, Isimud, the young woman is about to leave for Uruk. It is my wish that he reach her city safely. Inanna gathered all the me. The me were placed on the boat of heaven. The boat of heaven with the holy me was pushed off from the quay. When the beer had gone out from the one who had drunk beer, when the beer had gone out from Father Enki, when the beer had gone out from the great god of wisdom, Enki looked about the Abzu. The eyes of the king of the Abzu searched Eridu. When Enki looked about Eridu and called to her servant Isimud, saying, My sukul Isimud, my king Enki, I stand to serve you. The high priesthood, godship, the noble enduring crown, where are they? My king has given them to his daughter. The art of the hero, the art of power, treachery, deceit, where are they? My king has given them to his daughter. The perceptive ear, the power of attention, the making of decisions, where are they? My king has given them to his daughter. 14 times Enki questioned his servant Isimud. 14 times Isimud answered, saying, My king has given them to his daughter. My king has given all of the me to his daughter Inanna. This is why you don't drink, folks. Then Enki spoke, saying, Isimud, the boat of heaven with the holy me, where is it now? The boat of heaven is 1 quay away from Eridu. Go, take the Inkum creatures. Let them bring the boat of heaven back to Eridu. Isimud spoke to Inanna. My queen, my father has sent me to you. Your father's words are words of state. They may not be disobeyed. Inanna answered, What has my father said? What has Enki added? What are his words of state that may not be disobeyed? Isimud spoke. My king has said, let Inanna proceed to Uruk. Bring the boat of heaven with the holy me back to Eridu. Inanna cried, my father has changed his word to me. He has violated his pledge, broken his promise. Deceitful, my father spoke to me. Deceitfully, he cried, in the name of my power, in the name of my holy shrine. Deceitfully he sent you to me. Scarcely had Inanna spoken these words when the wild-haired Encum creatures seized the boat of heaven. Inanna called to her servant Ninshabar, saying, come, Ninshabar, once you were queen of the east, now you are the faithful servant of my holy shrine of Uruk. Water has not touched your hand, water has not touched your foot. My Sukul, who gives me wise advice, my warrior who fights by my side, save the boat of heaven with the holy me. Ninshabar sliced the air with her hand. She uttered an earth-shattering cry. The Yenkum creatures were sent hurling back to Eridu. Then Enki called to his servant Isimud a second time, saying, my Sukul, Isimud, my king. Enki, I stand to serve you. No. Shh. Sorry. Where is the boat of heaven now? It is 2 quays away from Eridu. Go, take the 50 Uru giants. Let them carry off the boat of heaven. The 50 flying Uru giants seized the boat of heaven, but Ninshabar rescued the boat for Inanna. Enki called to his servant Isimud a third time, saying, my Sukul, Isimud. My king, Enki, I stand to serve you. Where is the boat of heaven now? It has just arrived at Dolma. Quickly, take the 50 Lahama monsters. Let them carry off the boat of heaven. The 50 Lahama sea monsters seized the boat of heaven, but Ninshabar rescued the boat for Inanna. No. A fourth time Enki sent the sound-piercing Kugulgal. A fifth time Enki sent Ununun, but each time Ninshabar rescued the boat for Inanna. Enki called to his servant Isimud a sixth time, saying, my Sukul Ishimud. My king Enki, I stand to serve you. Where is the boat of heaven now? It is about to enter Uruk. Quickly, take the watchmen of the Iturungal Canal. Let them carry off the boat of heaven. Isimud and the watchmen of the Iturungal Canal, seized the boat of heaven, but Ninshabar rescued the boat for Inanna. Then Ninshabar spoke to Inanna, my queen, when the boat of heaven enters the Nugula gate of Uruk, let high water flow into our city. Let the deep-going boats sail swiftly through our canals. Inanna answered Ninshabar, on the day the boat of heaven enters Nugala gate of Uruk, let high water sweep over the streets. Let high water flow over the paths. Let the old men give counsel. Let the old women offer heart-soothing. Let the young men show the might of their weapons. Let the little children laugh and sing. Let all of Uruk be festive. Let the high priest greet the boat of heaven with song. Let him utter great prayers. Let the king slaughter oxen and sheep. Let him pour beer out of the cup. Let the drum and tambourine resound. Let the sweet Tiji music be played. Let all the lands proclaim my noble name. Let my people sing my praises. And so it was. On the day the boat of heaven entered the Nugula gate of Uruk, high water swept over the streets. High water flowed over the paths. The boat of heaven docked at the holy shrine of Uruk. The boat of heaven docked at the holy house of Inanna. Then Enki called to his servant Isimud a seventh time, saying, my Sukul, Isimud, my king Enki, I stand to serve you. Where is the boat of heaven now? The boat of heaven is at the White Quay. Go, she has aroused wonder there. The queen has aroused wonder at the White Quay. Inanna has aroused wonder at the White Quay for the boat of heaven. The holy me were being unloaded. As the me which Inanna had received from Enki were unloaded, they were announced and presented to the people of Sumer. Then more me appeared, more me than Enki had given Inanna. These too were announced. These too were presented to the people of Uruk. Inanna brought the me. She brought the placing of the garment on the ground. She brought allure. She brought the art of women. She brought perfection, perfect execution of the me. She brought the tiji, the lilies drums. She brought the the meze, the ala tambourines. Inanna spoke, saying, "Where the boat of heaven has docked, that place shall be called the White Quay. Where the holy me has been presented, that place I shall name the lapis lazuli quay." Then Enki spoke to Inanna, saying, "In the name of my power, in the name of my holy shrine, let the me you have taken with you remain in the holy shrine of your city. Let the high priestess spend his days at the holy shrine in song. Let the citizens of your city prosper. Let the children of Uruk rejoice. The people of Uruk are allies of the people of Eridu. Let the city of Uruk be restored to its great place." End of chapter. Yep. Okay, so that was the first 2 chapters. Fun, right? Yeah, there's so much to decode. And personally, I see it as astronomical. Obviously, great symbolic stuff, but there's a lot of interesting astronomical stuff going on there. Yeah, so good stuff. Good stuff. I hope you guys join me for the next chapters. The next one is called The Courtship of Inanna and Dumuzi. There will be parts of that I probably won't read on YouTube because it actually gets quite spicy. And that's a thing, but it's good. It's good stuff. And then after that, she descends into the underworld. So, yes. All right, my friends. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I hope you enjoyed our story time together. And yeah, I'll see you. I think I'll do this again next week around the same time. That'll be good. All right. Actually, no, I'm not going to wait a whole week. I think later this week I just have to spicy code words. We could, maybe. It's very descriptive. Yeah, it's not a good YouTube story, but Odyssey will probably allow it. But anyway, have a good day, you guys. I hope you have a lovely Wednesday. And remember that no matter what's coming up for you personally or on a global level, especially while we're in this really intense eclipse window, it's meant for us to transmute into something, right? It's meant to put you on a path that is in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing here on Earth, whatever that is for you, right? It's our job to find the light in the darkness. So, all right. Peace out.